What's up, guys, and welcome back to the BMDL. This is Season 8, Week 2, and this week we're playing against Shay and the Hatteras Houndooms. Can you tell that I've recorded this intro about 3 or 4 times now? Hopefully you can. So this week we're looking to get our first win of the league. You know, after going through the matches last week, I realized they made a lot of really silly mistakes. Orange, of course, played well, and I'm not trying to discount his ability at all. I just feel like there's a lot of room for me as a player to clean up my play, and this week we're going to be looking to take that attitude into our first win. So our opponent this week has the team that we voted as the most aura in the preseason draft stream that we had a couple weeks ago. So I'm very excited to play against Shay. They're a very interesting drafter, and I think that unfortunately, even though I think they have not the greatest matchup into me, there's some really cool things that I think that they can do. So let's dive into how I built the team and how I plan to counter some of the things that I might be able to expect from them. But first, let's dive into their team. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see it, and then I'll zoom out later. Unfortunately, it's a little tough to see everything in one, but I think everything's on screen. Cool. So as you guys know, I'm playing that Mega Alakazam, and unfortunately, everything on Shay's team gets one shot by Mega Alakazam except the Farigiraf and the Metagross. So theoretically, I really don't have to worry about too much. You know, I outspeed everything except for Zoroark if it's scarfed. So that's something that I have to think about. But I mean, I have access to Tailwind. I have access to Trick Room. I'm assuming Shay's gonna try to set up their own Trick Room. So I'm gonna have to try to play around that and have some answers to stop the Trick Room, but also play in Trick Room if need be. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the mid-tier Pokemon that I've drafted, like Leafeon, Dreadnought, and Dragalge, they're okay. I don't really think that they're great into this matchup. They don't really bring me anything. And also on top of that, I just haven't really even found a place for them in this draft league yet. I may be trading a couple of them, but I'm gonna bring mostly the same team as last week. Looking at Shay's team, you know, with that Mega Lucario, I'm not really afraid of it. What's it gonna do? E-speed me and then die? I mean, it gets one shot by Mega Alakazam. You know, Farigiraf, I'm assuming is probably going to be a lead, and you know, it's going to want to get that Trick Room up, but I have answers for that, which we will talk about in a second. I'm really expecting Metagross to come because I think Shay's going to depend on Trick Room going up and then kind of using Metagross as a sweeper. Again, I'm not super afraid of that. I have Infernape, so we'll talk about that in a second. The Hisuian Zoroark is probably the thing I'm most afraid of, and not that I don't have answers to deal with it. It's just if this thing's scarfed, then it is faster than my Alakazam. I'd have to commit too many resources to guarantee that I'm always faster, and I don't want to do that. So the Hisuian Zoroark, you know, not only just dealing with the speed creep, but also the illusion ability. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm dumb and I forget that this thing is on teams, and I never play around thinking, hey, does my opponent have its Zoroark out? So that's gonna be interesting to play into. I'm sure I'm gonna be spooked a couple times, but other than that, I'm not really super nervous about anything else on that team. I mean, the Noivern's gonna bring Tailwind. I think it's a flying mon, so it probably has Tailwind if Shay decides to go that route. I mean, the dragon doesn't really scare anything on my team because I'm not bringing Dragalge. I'm bringing Sylveon, so that's going to be in check. I also have RHYDON that's going to keep that in check. Speaking of RHYDON, the Toxtricity and the Electros, I'm not really afraid of. The Toxicroak's interesting, especially if he wants to try to go with some sort of like Stally type team, I guess. If he wants to, you know, bring that poison touch or whatever that Toxicroak's ability is. The only thing is Toxicroak's really good for fake out, but I'm obviously bringing Indeedee this week, as probably every week. So I think it's going to be a little interesting for him to try to find value in that Toxicroak, I think, unless there's something that I don't know about. And then Hakamo and Basculin, I mean, you could throw an Eviolite on them, I guess, and maybe do something, but neither of those really scare me. So going into this team building process and looking at their team, I really feel like I just have to have an answer to the top 4 Pokemon, and then pretty much everything after that's pretty settled. So let's go into the team. Starting off with the Alakazam, pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to be running that Expanding Force, that Psychic, and that Protect. I was originally going to run maybe a Calm Mind or maybe Nasty Plot, but I don't need to hit harder. I also don't really need to survive if everything dies. So I did throw Shadow Ball on here just in case I need some coverage or a single target move for something, and I don't have Psychic Terrain up. I feel like it could be good into a couple of things, maybe into the Metagross to help me out a little bit, because the Expanding Force is just not going to hit that Metagross very hard. So it's just an option on here, but it's kind of niche. You know, Alakazam is very, very strong. I have to be very careful of that traceability when I decide to mega this. So that's something else. If I could try to maybe trace the Giraffe, that would be pretty sick. But other than that, yeah, I think Alakazam just pretty standard set. Now with Indeedee this week, I decided to drop the Rocky Helmet and I went Psychic Seed. The reason for that is I think a very obvious counter into Psy Spam is going Knockoff, because you kind of hit two birds with the one stone, right? You're knocking off my item, and then also on top of that, you're hitting me theoretically with Stab and hitting Psychic really, really hard. Shay does have access to Dark Tera on Basculegion, I believe. So theoretically, they could Tera Dark the Basculin and knock off, which I did confirm it has. And, you know, with that adaptability, that would hurt. Not that it's going to one-shot the Indeedee, but I decided to just go Psychic Seed anyway, just so that I don't have to worry about it, because I believe the way knockoff works, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if I don't have an item to be knocked off, I don't think it hits as hard. So I figured, let's just consume that Psychic Seed. Let's just get that special defense up and make that Indeedee just a little bit more tanky. I did decide to go with the Bold Nature on it as well, because I think most of the time it's just going to get hit by physical attacks. Shay doesn't have like a ton of special attackers that I'm really nervous about. The only one I guess would be this Giraffe, so I don't know. I just think getting that out and just going and then not having to worry as much about the knockoff just is great. But I did put the Imprisoned Trick Room on it. This is something that I realized after Orange's match last week. If I had just done this, I really think I had like another win con. So this week, I'm definitely not messing around again. You know, obviously we're gonna have that E-Force and we're gonna have that Follow Me. That's pretty standard, but Trick Room Imprison, I can just lead Zam Indeedee. I can just imprison the Giraffe and see if they have Trick Room. And if they have Trick Room, then I think I just win. If they don't have Trick Room, I think I also win. So I think this is just like really, really strong. Not that I'm trying to assume anything, because I make plenty of mistakes and Shay's a good player, so that's not against Shay. It's just, I think the matchup's a little bit tough for them. So yeah, so that's the goal with that. So RHYDON, this week we have a nickname. This one's named Phoenix, because Phoenix gave me some really cool tech. One thing I was a little bit nervous about is trying to kill that Giraffe, because again, it's one of the 2 months that I can't just one shot with Zam. And so if something gets messed up and Trick Room ends up going up and I have to deal with this Giraffe, I just put Mega Horn on the RHYDON. This was Phoenix's idea, so Phoenix is gonna get the credit. Otherwise, the rest of this is pretty self-explanatory. And like I said, with the Lightning Rod ability and having to deal with those two lightning Pokemon, the Toxtricity and the Electros, which again, I just don't see them bringing, but if they did, I mean, this RHYDON is just gonna completely shut down that team. So that's nothing I really have to worry about. And then I did decide to drop the Body Press. I just don't need it. It's not gonna do anything into this team regardless, and I'd rather just have the Mega Horn on it. So Illumais this week, almost the same as last week. I do have the Tailwind and the Encore and the Light Screen, but I did put Bug Buzz on it. I don't remember if it was on last week. I'd have to check. But, you know, with Bug Buzz and then investing into the special attack, I think I'm going to hit the Giraffe for like 60 to 70%. And that just means like a really easy double up can just knock out the Giraffe if need be. And then also just lower special defense too, right? So if I get stuck in Trick Room or something like that and they're setting up and I just need to lower special defense, kind of bring it back down to neutral, I have a 10% chance to do that. Now, where it gets interesting is the Infernape. So as I mentioned earlier, I can outspeed everything with the Alakazam except for the, what was it again? The Hisuian Zoroark, if it was Scarfed. So what I decided to do was I need to guarantee that I can outspeed this Zoroark. So what I did was on Infernape, I just maxed out speed and put Scarf on it as well, which then I'm faster than everything. And no matter what happens, I'm just always faster. So I know for a fact that if I need to knock off a slot to find out if it's Zoroark, or if I need to just get rid of Metagross or something like that, I have that option. So because of that, I threw Blaze on here because Iron Fist, I don't have any fist attacks. I mean, does close combat count? I don't know. I don't really know how much you're going to be clicking close combat though, if I'm being honest. Regardless, so that's the set. And then because it's Choice Scarf, I just put U-turn on instead of Protect in case I have to pivot out, which I also really like. It's, you know, Infernape's a little frail. That's my only problem, but I think I'll be okay. Especially if I had the light screen up, I think I'll be okay. Last mon I'm bringing is Sylveon. Very similar set to last week, except for one small difference is I don't have Draining Kiss, I have Mystical Fire. So again, this is something else to just help deal with that Metagross. Now, I know it's not gonna be Stab. My Tera type is Steel. if I need to deal with the Trick Room, I can deal with that, I guess. But I just have that Mystical Fire as an option to just threaten that Metagross, because I really just feel like if I could deal with that Metagross and that Zoroark, I really shouldn't have much of a problem. And then if he decides to bring that Basculin, I have plenty of other options to deal with that Basculin as well. It's not really too much of a threat. I think just everything else one-shots it. So yeah, that's the team. I'm really excited to get into this match with Shay. They're going to be a great opponent. I didn't actually play against them last season, so it's cool to play against new people that I haven't played against. So I will see you on the other side, and there shouldn't be any team changes because I'm extremely busy between the time I record this and the time I actually have the match. So this should be final, and there shouldn't be 1,000 edits like last week. But thank you guys so much for the comments, by the way. Let me just throw this out there, all the supportive comments, especially when I lose. You know, people like to say like, hey, I thought your prep was good, but maybe try this next time, or you just made a simple mistake. You know, if you just clicked follow me, you would have won that first game, stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the support, and I'll see you in like 2 seconds. All right, guys, I'm like really nervous over this. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Like lately I've been getting so, like, the anxiety before I enter a match has been getting worse, and I thought it would get better the more that I play. But for some reason, it's just getting worse. So we're gonna try our best to just be calm. I think it's just because I think it's just because I really want to win, you know? Like, I lost my first game and I really want to win. Ugh, I gotta just calm down. All right, good luck, have fun, Shay. Okay, so honestly, this is exactly what we prepped for. So we just have to, play how we intended. So we're gonna just lead with the Mega Alakazam and do our normal strat. The only time this is a problem is with the Farigiraf and with the Metagross. Let me get my notes out. There we go. Okay, so the Metagross, this is what we need to figure out. Does the Metagross one-shot me? So Meteor Mash does kill me, but I think all I have to do is just follow me. Mega Expanding Force. Is Meteor Mash priority? I don't think so. Let's just see what happens when we do that. Let's just see. Follow me. Expanding Force. Bring that down to Sash. Okay, so we know Lucario is sashed. Lucario sashed. Okay. Oh, so Steel Roller removes that. Okay. So he's removing terrain. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and oh no, that was the Zoroark that sashed. Okay, Zoro is sashed. Okay, that's fine. I don't really want to lose that, so I think honestly, I think I'm just gonna swap into. That's tricky. Honestly, I think we're just gonna double swap here, just because I don't want to lose either of these guys, honestly. Okay, we got a Protect out from that and a Bullet Punch into the... Okay, perfect. I'm gonna Protect that because I feel like that's just too obvious. I don't really... Do I need to get a Tailwind up? That's the thing. How much damage would I do to that? I kind of just want to high horsepower you, honestly. And... Encore Heretic. Okay, fair. Yep, that's good. Yep. That's good. Bullet Punch. I should be able to kill the Metagross. Once the Metagross is done, I'm good. And once I kill this Farigiraf, I'm extra good. So we just have to get rid of that. So it looks like we're probably going to try to get a Tailwind up here, but he doesn't know about the Mega Horn. So we're just going to go for that and get our own Tailwind up. And we're just going to kill this Farigiraf. Actually, just in case, we're going to double it. Actually, no, because Mega Horn should kill it. Why am I overthinking this? Actually, it's not a guarantee. Let's just do it. Let's just see what happens. Okay, the Tailwind went up. That's fine. We'll Bug Buzz. Mega Horn, don't miss. And that's dead. Okay, cool. That's done. So Zoroark's at 1 HP right now. We know the Lucario's in the back, and we know the Toxtricity's in the back. He's probably going to try to get rid of that. What's this Toxtricity able to do? I don't really know what Toxtricity's trying to do. I don't see why I don't just high horsepower and get my own Tailwind up here. Boomburst, okay. Boomburst. Ooh, okay. That's fine. I mean, it kind of did its job. I think I just kill here. Okay. Honestly, part of me just wonders if I just bring out Alakazam here and then Indeedee and then just try to kill everything. Indeedee. And obviously I just bring in Indeedee here and then I just expanding force you. Let's see what's on Lucario. Bullet punch on that. Ooh, dark pulse. Oh, okay. The dark pulse. I have to watch for the dark pulse on the Noivern. Noivern has dark. Noivern dark pulse. I think we just do that again. I think we just follow. Yeah, I mean, we're just faster than everything, right? Okay, that's fine. Defog. Oh yeah, the defog, that's a problem too. Honestly, that's kind of a problem. Hold on, what do I have on here? I do have Psychic, I could just kill it. I really could just kill this. And then really not worry about anything. We'll punch the Indeedee, let me kill the... Let me just get rid of that Mega Lucario. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm okay here. So I think I just bring out that and this, and I'm just faster than everything. So I have to watch out for the defog on Noivern. That's 175. I just Rock Slide and knock off, right? Yeah, okay, I made the call right. That's fine. Okay, I should be fine here. Then I just Rock Slide and knock off again. All right. Game 2. Okay, so we have to watch out for Steel Roller from Metagross and Defog from Noivern. Okay, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna overthink. I think I'm just gonna leave the same thing. And I think I'm just gonna do the same thing. I think I'm just gonna follow me, Expanding Force. And then if I have to, I'll swap out. Okay, I just straight up killed the Lucario there. I think that was the actual Lucario. That's fine. So we're gonna swap back into Infernape. And the problem is I'm a little afraid of just swapping into the Rhyhorn there. Because I'm a little afraid of just getting like... Well, yeah, that's what I was kind of a little bit afraid of, but that's fine. So, I think Infernape, I think I made it so it just Flare Blitz and kills this. So let's just Flare Blitz and kill that, and then we will once again Bug Buzz the Farigiraf. Nothing wants to take either of these, that's fine. We just don't want the Trick Room to get up. That's the only thing. If Trick Room gets up, that's not great for us. Oh, okay, well, never mind, that wasn't the actual Farigiraf. So I think we just Flare Blitz once again. And... Okay, nice play, nice play. Okay, that was a good play. We got the burn on that, though. Am I just ready for another Indeedee Alakazam sweep? I think I am. I think I just bring an Alakazam here. I'm faster. I'm just going to play a little safe and bring in RHYDON here. And we're going to Rock Slide and Bug Buzz again. I don't want to bring those back in and then have to deal with the Metagross again. Unfortunately, I don't have the Infernape to deal with that. I think maybe I should have and then save the RHYDON for later. That's fine. Okay. Shoot. Okay, Rock Slide, and I think we just... No, Tailwind works. I'm an idiot. Never mind. It's just because I tried to get the other thing. That's fine. I got the Tailwind up, so now I don't even have to like think about it twice. I should get a double kill here. Okay. This is a little tricky, actually. I'm not gonna lie, this is like slightly tricky. I'm not quite ready for the sweep, I don't think. I have to deal with this Metagross. And I think he knows that. Yeah. So we are going to just do that. We should be faster. I think we just Hyper Voice. because now you're just gonna get blasted. Dealing with the I have to deal with the Metagross early. That's fine. Sludge Bomb. Okay. No poison though. That's huge. Okay, Citrus Berry on the Noivern. Citrus. And it's procced already. Okay. So now we just have to deal with that Metagross. He will be faster than me. He will be faster than me. I wonder if it's worth Tera here. Tera Rock Slide, just so I don't die. Well, I'm not going to Tera anything else, so let's just Tera and not get hit by anything weird. And I don't think he's going to see that coming. Oh, shoot, I forgot the fairy. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Oh, that was bad. I may have just thrown. Hold on. I may have just thrown. I think I win the 1v1 anyway. Oh, he didn't steal roller. Okay, so I think I just win this here. Shadow Ball. Yeah, he can't take both out. Okay. GG's. Oh my god. GG's. I was so nervous for that. My heart was racing that entire time. GG's. I feel like there was a turn where I could have brought in the Alakazam earlier and not losing Infernape early was not good here. Flare Blitz into that, extra sensory. Yeah, I should have seen that. I didn't see that angle. Maybe I could have just Terra'd that, but I don't know if that's worth the Terra. I think I was fine. Anyway, that was a good game. Seriously, there were a couple of times that you really called out some stuff that you knew the Metagross was the key here. And when I got greedy and didn't keep my Infernape ready to take care of it, when I just let it die here, I think that was a huge misplay on my end. I really think I probably should have just gone into RHYDON, because what's RHYDON afraid of, right? Sure, you could Steel Roller it, but actually, can you Steel Roller? What the hell does Steel Roller do? Oh, so it doesn't even work when it's not in terrain. I didn't even, first of all, before this match, I didn't even know that existed. So honestly, I should have just brought in RHYDON here, because then RHYDON, what's it afraid of? A Bullet Punch is not going to do anything. Yeah, I should have just brought the RHYDON here, save the Infernape. If I had the Infernape for later, this wouldn't, I think I would have been in a better situation where it didn't get so hairy towards the end. And unfortunately, not having any Dark Stab also kind of hurt. I feel bad. Shay, this was an uphill battle for you. This matchup was not good for you, but I still feel like you did a great job. So GG's. We will see you guys next week, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night or day or whatever it is, wherever you are.